Already out here October 24th. Gonna shell some more corn today. Been very fortunate here in October, had a very good run. Other than the 30 acres of double crops were done as beans, and got about 350 acres of corn left. Flat spots in the tires from sitting overnight and get stuff bouncing. $72.40 International there. I think a lot of guys are going to those lower profile sidewall tires there on their combines, or a lot of the new ones I've seen have that, and I think it's so they don't bounce so much going down the road. Dad can't stand the look of them, but I don't know, I'm kind of indifferent on them. I kind of, sometimes some of them they look good, some of them not so much. Well, still not out of it. Year we've had been happy with the corn yields we've had, and been running right around about the 210, 215 mark on corn averaging. So we've been happy with that, especially being planted the last the third week in May, and then getting rain, and then turned off hot and dry there for the most part at the end of July. Now they're starting to work on fall tillage around here. We'll probably be trying some this week, and my brother's wife is actually in the hospital this week, and so been kind of short on help, and so haven't been able to get rolling on that, but that's all right. Corn's down a little bit in this field. We had some wind about a month ago and it pushed some of it over. I think we get out in the center of the field it'll be better, but along the edges it's kind of laid over. But the all IH heads are pretty good at getting it picked up as long as they don't go too fast. Give it time for the chains to get down there and get a hold of it. Picked up a rock before too, or sometimes it'll get caught in the chains and stop the row unit if you're running too low to the ground. bad enough thing. I'll take the high corn kit off of it there, but come back the other direction. If you kind of go the direction it's laying, actually works the best. And of course under the tree it's standing good, but probably hardly any ears. Yeah, I'm going to leave the high yielding crop there for a few rows under the tree. Probably break the bank, but don't want to run the combine in the tree. Yep, that's a high yielding corn crop right there. Come in here with the chainsaw and fix a lot of these branches. I better just head straight over here. Out here doing some carting. Corn's yielding pretty good. We got just hauling that elevator right over there 2 miles. Grandpa's doing about all he can to keep up hauling. Got the cow 6434 here is the number. We like this hybrid a lot. North half of the field we had a new number, had gotten I think 8 bags. We were able to get a hold of 8 of them. 70-27 and 120-day corn from the cow, but really wasn't that wet. It's only 18.5%, and this is going about 16.5, so not a whole lot of a difference. Plant health looked pretty good, but the stock's kind of kinked over kind of easy, so I doubt we'll plant that again. There wasn't that much of a yield. Doesn't really look like it's yielding any different than the 6434, so thought it was kind of the hype last year. It did really good in some plots, and so our co-op, I think, had gotten like 50 bags, and they kind of divvied them up for several guys who wanted some. truck's back. Well, I've had the Ziegler pit crew out there changing wagon tire. Put 2 new tires on the back of that wagon this past year, and they must have had a run of crappy inner tubes for them, because that's the second one this week we've had to take it up, and they had the valve stem separated from the tube on the last one, and I think that's what happened on this one, because it's leaking around the tube. This wagon's got a little better, they're a welded ram instead of just a stamped steel thing. They're a lot heavier, better rim. We put 2 new ones on that other wagon last year because it split one of the rims, and I just don't think the valve stem placement. No, the valve stem placement was the way they had it set up. That dang valve stems would have hit the spindle as it went around, or hit the square tube on the back of the axle. So I had to take them off and re-drill some holes in the rims, and then they went and put a different style of valve stem in it than what they had, and it's just not very good. Who knows, maybe just have a semi next year. I doubt that'll happen though. We got a lot of other stuff needs to be bought. Since we're kind of going to get into these organic crops here. Several things to